Hello all, welcome. This is Saurabh Jani signing in. And in this series, we are talking about what's new in 2023 release wave 1, which is Business Central 22. Today, we'll talk about one important, I think it's super important, and interesting feature that's being announced, not related to maybe your localization, but you need to understand it from a developer perspective, from the direction that Microsoft is going towards different localized versions of Business Central. It's very important. So if you read the title and you think, oh, I'm not from Swedish, so it doesn't impact me, but it does to everyone. So we'll go into details about it, what Microsoft is doing, and what would be the benefits of doing this. So first, let's do our standard. Let's open the Microsoft release note where it talks about the Swedish localization delivered as extension, which is another highlight under country and region. So it says with 2023 release wave 1, Swedish localization will be delivered as extension. What that means? Swedish localization will be delivered as an extension. The solution will offer a data upgrade from the old localization to the new one. We'll come to that. This release is a step toward delocalization, where ISVs will be able to release their apps for a broader market. So there's something changing for this region, and that's a step toward delocalization, where ISVs will be able to release their apps for a broader market. Now let's understand it from the perspective of how does it impact you in future if your localization is not delivered as an extension as of today. There are few countries which work on that model. So let me draw a diagram to make it easier, I guess. Okay, so let's assume that this is the a release of Business Central. Let's call it uh, Business. Okay, my bad. Business Central. Uh, let's say 2023 North America, or now it's called US. So how it looks like? This looks like something as okay. Let me take some boxes here. Okay, one, two, and three. Okay, let me give them a different color. This is your base app. This is your system app, and this is your application app. Now, these three are kind of typically core app of any business central environment, irrespective of what region you belong to, which country localization you are using. It's just core of all the apps that all all the systems that you'll see. So let me make it a little bit bigger so that it does set here. Okay. So this is a collection of app, which is a bare minimum app for a business central environment. So this something looks like this on a business central North America localization as of today. Now let's copy this model and okay, I should not have done that. Let's do that, try that again. Okay. And this is same till 2022 Swedish release. I might go wrong, but I'll try. Maybe this is the country code. I'm hoping. Okay. So this is what it looks like till now for Swedish localizations also, where they have a base app, they have a system app, and they have an application app as of today. What's going to happen, which is interesting. So what Microsoft is doing is saying, okay, instead of this giant base app from Microsoft, we are introducing a Swedish app, Swedish localization app. Does that make sense? Okay. And that will reduce the size of the base app a little bit and introduce a new app in the model. Now, this app will interact with the base app and other apps as apps do normally, right? But it'll be a separate app. Now, to put it very simply, what's happening with this model of Swedish, and let me remove this North American diagram so that it's easier. Let me move these boxes a little bit right to kind of explain it simply, if that makes sense. Okay, come here and you guys go a little bit up. Okay, I should not have done that. That's okay. That's my habit. Okay, so what's happening is Microsoft is saying, which they should be saying, I think, that from 2023, uh, Business Center 2023 release wave 1, for Swedish, what we will have is we'll have a worldwide version. Okay, let me make it bigger. And then we'll have a separate Swedish app. And these two apps will interact as they do even today or for other localizations. These will have events which Microsoft will support to build them and would have already done it. Uh, okay, and then these events will make the interaction possible between the Swedish localization and the worldwide localization to make it as a system. Now, there are some countries which are already in this model, like India, for instance, is already in this model, like Nepal, which was released in this release, which we discussed in the previous video about the partner-led localization, is also falls into this category. So in the same way, Swedish localization will also fall into this category. Now that's a great move from Microsoft because there are few first countries where Microsoft built the localization by themselves. And I'm not saying that they should not build it. Even if they do, they should separate it out from the base app. And that makes it easier for Microsoft to focus on this app, which kind of remain common for all the countries where Business Central is available. And enhancing performance wise, it makes a lot of difference when Microsoft does this. So I'm hoping that this release of 2023 Base Wave 1 uh, is the is marks the beginning of this delocalizations, which will help customers and partners going forward. So keep an eye on this. Maybe other countries are coming in queue in the future releases. That's all for today's video. This is Danny signing out. Stay connected. Mm, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel. If you learned something new, do share this video, and I'll come up with the next video about what's new in 2023 release wave 1 as soon as possible. See you then.